Yeah, yeah. What's the word? What's the word? Yeah. What's the word? Yeah, we getting to the grind from winter to summer. Letting the world know what's going on. Yeah, we gon' keep it 100. Sun up to sundown. We bring the hottest content around. We don't sugarcoat. We can't stop. We can't fall. Hey, what's the word? Oh, what's the word? 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 What's the word?
Jumped off the porch. I was grinding G-Packs and know that, aka Network King. Welcome to What's the Word podcast, man. Every Wednesday, you know how we do. Got my boy Magic in the building. Magic, what up, man?
Yo, what's the word, bro? Everything
Cooling,
good? What's the
cooling.
word?
Yeah, you know,
What's
just a
up, man?
little,
Another Wednesday, man. Huh?
just a little behind. I'm a little behind today. Part of my lateness. I'm tired. I'm tired.
Yeah, shit
Yeah,
happens, man. Shit
I
happens.
went and after I worked my shift, I went and seen Sis and shit. Pulled up on Sis and all that. You know what I'm
Okay, how's she
saying?
doing?
She doing good, man. She doing
You took
good.
pictures?
I took a couple pictures. She kept them though. I let her keep them and
Send me the
stuff.
pitch. Send me the pictures. I want to see.
Well, I let her keep them. She kept them, so yeah. So she could
That's
have
what's up,
something
though.
that
She
she
she in
could.
good health and good spirits and all that.
She in good spirits. I told her, like I told her, I'm like, yo, I know how it is, like to have to go through what she was going through. So I just wanted to make it my business to make sure I pop up on her and just show her that she ain't alone in this, man.
That's a
Or
fact. We all been through it, man. You know, we all been through that, man.
got
So it's always
ass,
good to have somebody to hold you down when you're in jail.
got ass. So I just wanted to make sure I pulled up on her, fed her some of that nasty ass vending machine chicken.
Uh huh. The hot wings, nice good old hot
Nasty
wings.
little hot wings. Little house down there tearing up everything, man. No funny. Or so she made sure I made sure she got took a couple pictures and things of that nature,
Nice,
man.
nice.
So
Shout outs to her, man. Tell her hold her head. She'll be home soon. You know the vibe.
yeah, she already know. So free the jails, man. Make sure y'all free the jails, man. Free the jails, man. Free everybody that's
Facts.
locked up. Anybody that got any loved ones locked up. If y'all can see on the page, we've been, I posted and it was about a conversation that we had in previous weeks, how, a lot of stuff that's going on in the jails and all that. So, just to get a up close and personal look at it was a
Right,
little disheartening. You know what I mean?
right.
However, this the reality that she in. It's the reality that people is in and stuff. So we just gotta make sure, if y'all got loved ones out there, then man, just make sure y'all tap in with your loved ones, man. Make sure you let them know that they are loved, that they are being thought of, that they are being
You
missed,
heard?
and things of that
Tap
nature.
in with the
You know
ones
what I mean?
that's not around right now, man. You know?
Word born.
Word. Unfortunately, they in jail, but salute to the ones that do got a date that's on their way home. You know, salute to
Mm-hmm.
all the real ones. You know, word. What's up, though,
How was
man?
your
What's
week?
the word Wednesday, man?
You know what it is.
What
How was
up,
your
though? How
week?
you doing, man? You still out and about, curving the route?
You know, go from go from on the clock to officially off the clock, but never off the clock, man. The work never stops, man. You know what I
What's up
mean?
with Humble? Is his teeth hurting, huh?
Yeah, he said he's not feeling too well. So hope my
Shout out to
boy,
my
hope
boy
he
Humble
get better.
Hefty, man.
Yeah, hope he get better soon. And he'll be able to join us next week. We do got some stuff in the works. I want to know what y'all feel about I want to know what y'all feel about a summer event getting thrown. He getting some love in the chat, so salute to him. Salute to Pretty Blue, showing him some love in the chat. Or yo, so what I want to know anybody out there, everybody that's watching, anybody that's listening, like how y'all feel about like a summer jam for upstate, like type joint. Like, you know what I mean? Like, cause we had talks and we was thinking about some stuff and we think it'll be a great idea. However, you never want to do something if you're not gonna be able to get uh the turnout that you anticipate. You feel what I'm saying?
I mean, the turnout is one, but sometimes it don't be about the turnout. It just be about promotion and putting yourself out there and getting in touch with people and doing things like that that'll open people's eyes and, you know, put you on a different ladder that people are now tuning in. Like, who was these people that threw that event? Maybe we could do something with them, promote them, give them more money to promote. Other people to see something that you're doing and be like, hold on, this could get bigger. We gotta help them out,
Yeah.
promote them. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a fact. I definitely agree with that. Yeah, so we've been thinking about it in the works of putting something together like that. So hopefully,
I ain't gonna
hopefully,
lie, like the you talk about the joint in the park, right?
yeah,
That it is a nice spot, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
that's a real nice spot. That's gonna be a good way if we're able to pull that off and get that together. I think that'll be a great. I think that'll be a great thing to be able to do.
Summer, upstate summer jam.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Up north summer splash or something like that. Something to that magnitude. Something along those lines. You know what I mean? I think uh I think that'll be dope. All right, so we're just gonna get into a few things, man. Like I said, our other companion is not with us this evening. He's not feeling well. He's a little under the weather. So, y'all gotta get what y'all get tonight. And y'all gonna like it. And if you don't, just make sure you tune in next week, and I guarantee you'll like next week's episode. If you don't like this one,
They're
this
gonna
week might
like
not be
every
for you.
Wednesday. They
Yeah,
should
that's for
like
sure.
every what's the word Wednesday.
For sure they should. For sure they should. Um, so let's talk. All right, so boom. Let's talk Tory Lanez, man, because you already know that's my guy. I'm always big on shining light on his situation, right? So my guy Tory, he's suing. He want that brag.
Who he suing
He's
now?
not playing. So he is suing. Let me see. He's got a lawsuit. Uh, I think it's to the Department of Corrections. Okay, so let me just read this little excerpt so y'all can see what's going on. So Tory filed a lawsuit against the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation. Additionally, he is suing the warden and 50 corrections officers at California Correctional Institute in Tia Chapi. Tia Chapi. The lawsuit centers around an incident that reportedly happened in May 2025. As we previously reported, you already know how we was talking about how my boy got stabbed up and all that shit. They need to let him home, let him free or whatever. So he was stabbed 16 times by another inmate. As a result, he suffered serious injuries, including permanent scarring to his face and 2 collapsed lungs. So him and his team, they are seeking 100 million in damages.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the lawsuit claims negligence, lack of proper supervision, and failure to follow safety protocols. So he trying to get that chicken.
He trying to get the chicken with the meal. Fuck you mean? He can the fucking chicken. He trying to get the chicken and the sides.
Yeah, my boy trying to get that bread, man. This my thing. Like when this first happened, when this incident first happened, I was the first one to say like, yo, it should probably be time for him to go. Like now, like it should probably be time for him to be free. Like free that man, get him up out of there because It's nasty work. I got my boy sitting in there on some nasty shit, man. That's nasty work. You feel what I'm saying? So
Right.
being that he exhausted every avenue that he could with, legal matters and things of that nature, now it's
Right.
like, oh, I bet. Y'all ain't fucking around? Cool. I'm suing y'all. 100 mil. Something's got to give. Because if y'all don't want to give me that 100 mil, then what y'all gonna do? Just let me go. Fuck it. I feel like that's where this is going. That's the ploy to try to attempt to get him home. You feel me? So I think
I
they're just
mean,
kind of like um just exhausting every avenue they can, attempting to get that man free, get him home, get him back to his family, get him out of that extremely hostile environment. Because regardless of how you may feel about it, like prison ain't for nobody at all anyway.
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But some people deserve to not be amongst uh the free, I would say. However, for the most part,
I was
for the
gonna
most
correct you
part,
on that too. Nah, fuck that. Prison is for some
yeah,
people. The
yeah.
rapos,
So that's
the
why I say,
child
yeah, some
molesters,
people. Right, right, right,
fuck
right,
that.
right. So I don't want to get that misconstrued when I say that. It's just more so, you know, um, it's not a place for people. That shit is like hell on earth, man. I mean,
Absolutely,
I
absolutely.
believe shit. Sometimes even out in society, you could consider yourself to be living hell on earth. That's how bad it could be sometimes for people, just in the real world, just things that they have to endure on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? So, and like I said earlier, when we started the live, like, bro, having to see that on the other side, like, because I've been on the inside, having my family members come visit me and things of that nature, and I know how that
Right,
feels to be able to have that. So for me to be on the other end of that table, on the other side of that table, and then I could
right,
leave at the end of that visit, I should just it gives me a whole different perspective, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel so
right.
bad, for my sister, not to keep harping upon that. However, I feel bad for her, bro. Like, cause like and for individuals to be so late in the game and go into prison for an extensive amount of time, like it's disheartening, man. It's like really sad to see, And then for Tory, everybody's gonna have speculation about his case, about the situation that happened, and for the person that was involved in the situation and things of that nature. However, like, what we talking about? Like, come on, man. I
Right.
feel like he been enough. I feel like he endured enough. Like sometimes you get punishments that's beyond the crime of what you're being accused of. Like especially
Absolutely.
if you're not even, especially if you're not even guilty of it, bro. Like I just think he deserves another shot, man.
Mm.
Salute to my guy Loopy the barber in the chat. Loopy, what up, boy? That's that NC connection right there. North Carolina, Rocky Mount, Murder Mount. Boy, I see you, my nigga.
Shout
Appreciate you,
out to
boy.
NC.
That ass. They love me down there. I love them too. They love me down there, and I love them too. You heard? G
Shout out
shit.
to the
All
moonshine.
right. Yeah, the moonshine. Is that the moonshine state? I ain't you know what's so wild? All the years I lived down there, I'd never did I? No, I don't think I ever drunk no moonshine when I was down there. I only drunk moonshine in New York when it came from down there. However, when I was down there, niggas wasn't where I was at, niggas wasn't drinking no moonshine, man. Niggas
Okay.
wasn't drinking no
Drinking that ha
moonshine.
ha.
Okay, salute to who this in the chat? Jessica in the chat. New to the pipe. We was talking Tory Lanez, Jessica. We was talking Tory Lanez, the situation that he's suing them, the California Correctional Institute for 100 million for, you know,
Honey.
just 100. He want his, and he need his. Oh, so now we're gonna talk about. Now that we all that, we're gonna talk about somebody else that's really, really trying to get to the bag. They trying to get to the bag, boy. When I tell you get to the biggity, get to the biggity.
Who
So
that?
in Philadelphia, 2 men get away with stealing 1.8 million from a
Oh,
Brinks
yeah.
armor truck in
I was
Philly,
reading.
right?
I was reading up on that yesterday.
Hey, yo,
Facts. I
yo,
was reading up on that yesterday. You know what's so crazy? I'm reading it off my phone, and I'm telling my brother, and he's looking at me. And I'm reading it, and while I'm reading it, we both looking at each other. And as I'm reading, he kept saying, "Did they get away? Did they get away?" And at the end, I said, "They got away, boy. 1.8
they got
million.
away.
That was planned.
They got
That was
away.
premeditated. That wasn't just no something. Yo, let's go do this right now. That was planned, and they got away. Them niggas somewhere in Mawa, Dubai, right now on the low.
Yo, 1.8 million,
Got
right?
away with.
And
Stop
got
playing.
away.
Huh? Fuck you, mean?
Yo, yo,
And it was a bricks.
yeah,
You
the
know what I mean?
brakes are, yeah, them high caliber, man. Them,
That's what I'm
they,
trying to tell you. When I'm reading it to my brother, and I'm like, yo, it was a bricks. He looked at me, said it was a. I said, yeah, it got away too. 1.8. Fuck you, mean? Put it in the
1.8.
comment section. Yeah.
Put it in the comments section. Yo,
Fuck
they
you,
all
mean?
set. They all set.
Man,
They ain't got nothing else to
you
worry
ain't hear what I,
about.
you ain't hear what I just said, boy? They caught the car, which was a blue, what it was, a blue car, blue Acura. They caught the car.
Uh-huh.
Them niggas is gone. I'm telling you, they studied that. Get away with that much? That was studied. That was planned. And I seen the video on the news channel. I said, yeah, boy, they did that. Now let's just see if they get all the way away with it.
Yo, salute to my boy Shay Bird. That nigga said, keep it P. I'm waiting on my lick. I'm waiting on my lick. Yeah, that's a real strategic. I ain't gonna hold you. That's some real strategic joint right there. If you, yo, that takes a lot of planning. That takes some time, effort, dedication. You know what I'm saying? Everything you do is gonna take that. However, for you to pull off an armored truck robbery, bro, they don't even pull them off in the movies.
Trying to tell you.
They don't even get
Trying to
away in
tell
the
you.
movies, bro.
And that type of shit haven't happened in a while. Remember in the 80s, in the early 90s, you used to hear that type of shit on the news. You know what I
All
mean?
the time.
And then it calmed
Yo,
down.
so
Word.
I will say, I allegedly, allegedly, merch coming, y'all. Merch coming too. We got some merch coming. The however tees, the allegedly tees, SMD, some my dollar tees is coming. You know what I'm saying? We got some merch coming because we gotta have some shit. We're gonna start doing giveaways, man, for people that most interactive in the chat and all that shit. Get us some followers. We'll send y'all out some send y'all out a t-shirt. We'll do a drawing every week type shit. So allegedly, the allegedly tees are coming. So allegedly, I know of someone who got away with robbing an armored truck. Not necessarily got away. However, he robbed one, got away with the bread, however, got caught later on and went and did his time. And boy, when I tell you, the legend had it that he had the bread stashed. When he came home, he looked like it. He held it down. He held it
Yeah.
down. It's a legend about Hood, man. I don't want to say no names. If you know, you know. You feel me? However, yes, we got you on the tees. Tees are coming. We got you on the tees. My boy A in the building on the Facebook side. See you, my boy. Yo, yeah. So, hey, you know who I'm talking about too. And my boy A in the chat. You know who I'm talking about. Legend in the Hood. That was said to allegedly have robbed an armored truck. You feel me? Went and did his time. However, the bag didn't go do the time with him. The bag was waiting on him on the come out. Gee shit.
As it should
And
be.
he looked, and he looked every bit of it, boy. Let me tell you.
In other words, he was telling you it was worth doing the time for.
I'm telling you.
Huh?
That's exactly what I was getting from that. Because when he came home, boy, You couldn't tell me nothing. Niggas be like, yo, it nigga was like the boogeyman in the hood, like, yo, shit, there we go, right there. There we go. See, ain't know what I'm talking about. Ain't know what I'm talking about. You had to be there. You had to be there. Ain't know what I'm talking about. Nigga was like the boogeyman coming through the hood, like, yo, right there. Stomping too, the freshest Louis, the freshest Gucci, the freshest nigga. This is the 90s. This is the 90s, bro.
Right.
It's the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, stomping through with the I say, yeah, nah. Yep. It's true. It's true. That ass is true. He coming through, you know what I'm saying? He do it, he was doing it subtly though, not too crazy. You feel me? No big ass whips or none of that. Just really regular shit. Nigga sometimes catch nigga walking type shit. However, you know he had that back by just
You
his
know what
persona, the way he was coming through the hood.
don't mean to cut you off, bro, but you know what I respect about this situation? Nobody got hurt. Nobody got hurt. I said,
There's
nah,
ways of
boy.
doing it.
Huh? I
There's
said,
ways
nah,
around it. There's ways
boy.
of doing it.
They studied that.
Facts.
Like,
Facts.
because when nobody get hurt, say they get caught, push come to shove. Not promoting nobody to go through this. We're not promoting to go rob no bricks truck. But these people's situation, nobody got hurt. So push come to shove. God forbid they do get caught. How much time you looking at? Robbery? Huh? They gonna
Yeah.
be asking them,
Yeah.
where's the money? Give some of the money back, get less of time. Fuck you.
If you got me, you got me.
You got
You
me,
ain't got
but
the
you ain't
money,
getting the money.
you got me. Yeah, nah.
Facts.
You ain't getting that bread back. It's quiet. It's
Nah, but
quiet.
do you agree with what I'm saying? Nobody got hurt, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? What's
Yeah,
the
that's
most you gonna
a
give
fact.
them?
Look, ain't no, bro. That was the 90s back. He said, yo, he kept it humble and he lived right in the hood with us after, bro. Like in the hood, in the trenches, boy. You heard? And it was like a hood legend after that. No cap. Like that ass a hood legend. Like he's always gonna be a hood legend in my eyes. That ass. He pulled the what is seen to be the impossible, and he kept it a stack all the way through. And stood up, did his time, came home, and just had his way. Or just had his way without a care in the world, man. So, you know, like like Magic said, we're not glorifying these actions. However, you know, it happened. It's okay to root for the bad guy sometimes. It's not a bad thing. It's really not a bad thing.
In
You know?
situations like this, the real ones, like me and Doug, like
Yeah,
I was just saying, sit back and be like,
right.
damn, they got away
I'm
with how
considered to
much?
be a bad guy.
Nobody got hurt? Oh, they came off. Now that they get caught
I'm
or
con-
not, no matter how much time they do, they came off. Ain't nobody
facts.
get hurt.
I'm considered to be a bad guy. I'm considered to be a bad guy. You can root for me. It's okay. I won't get upset. Other people might, however, I won't get upset. G shit. You know, uh the group that my rap group when I was coming up was called Criminal Faces. It was just so suitable for us because when you looked at us, yo, that was look, I had it down to a T. I had it down to a T every time. Why y'all call yourself Criminal Faces? I'd be like, yo, when you look at me, what do you see? When you look at us, what do you see? Criminal faces. Y'all see, this is exactly what y'all see. This is, you know what I'm saying? This is how society paints us. This is how we look to them. This is what y'all see. They be like, yeah, nah,
My
it's
first rap
fire.
group, what was that name? My first rap, what we named ourselves, I think it was Dominating 2. It was D2. And then we went to Strategy Fellas.
I like that. I like that. You know, that's
Strategy
the
Fellas.
thing
Shout
though,
out to my
man. Back
boy
in the day, like
Saquon.
it shit had to mean something. It had to mean
Word.
something back in the day, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
Your
fact.
rap group name, like you know what I'm saying? Your names, like all my niggas, our names was our names for a reason. Like
Facts.
you feel me? Like A
Back
Bugs,
then,
the
yeah,
nigga would
that's a fact.
look, A Bugs turn into A Boogie because he will get out of there. Yes, another one was River Street Assassins. We was out on River Street tearing it up, that ass. However, our names, A Bugs, look, A Bugs, that nigga will boogie on the police in a second. They'll never catch him, ever, ever. They'll never catch them. Shotguns low. The name.
Back then everybody had a name, man. You wasn't calling people by their governments. We was giving you a name. Even if you was new, chilling with us out the group. What's your name? Nah, we changing that. Back then everybody had a name. You was gonna get a name.
Pardon me, y'all. Wi-Fi acting funky.
Come on,
Wi-Fi
man.
acting funky. My bad. I'm in the trenches right now.
Me too.
All right, you know what I'm saying? She get a little glitchy in the trenches.
I'm over here talking. I'm over here
Right.
talking. I noticed you glitch. I'm like, damn, fuck it. Show must go on. What up, y'all? How you doing?
She get a little glitchy in the trenches. You heard that ass. So yeah, look, my first name was Spinal Tap, man, because I tap your jaws, tap your pockets. I might tap your bitch if you leave around long enough. That's it. Tap, Spinal Tap. Don't do it. I tap
Okay,
your jaw, tap your pockets, baby.
so you was
You
just
know,
going around tapping.
I was tap. You know,
Huh?
I lived up to the name.
You was just
Yeah,
tapping everything, huh?
yeah. Tap, tap,
Catch
tap.
a
What the
bit,
fuck, man?
catch a bit and tap out, huh?
They was tap, tap, tap. What the fuck, man? Yeah. Shut up, man. Come on, bro. Yeah, relax. Just come, yeah, just come here. Yeah, you're a little too late on it. This
Mr.
nigga,
Tapper.
hey, this nigga, hey. So why they call you duct tape? I'll tell you certain things. However, I'm not into incriminating myself. I'm really not too heavy into that. You know what I'm saying? I don't. They call me. I didn't give myself either of my names, my nicknames. I didn't give myself either of my nicknames. Okay, so these were names that were given to me by my my peers. You know, they were given to me. My name was Jarrell from my mother. I don't. You guys named me. The streets named me who I am in the streets. That's yeah. If you know, you know. Hey, if you know, you know why they call me, why they
It
call
happened with
me
all
what
of us.
they call me.
It's like
You know
it's
what I'm
like I was just
saying?
telling you. Back then, everybody got a name, man. Once you started
I'm
hanging out in the
telling you.
street, you was gonna get a name.
Mhm. All right, so I want to talk about this other thing. Being that we glorified um the ones who got away, we got to talk about the one who didn't get away. Uh, you remember Cash Out? He used to have that song. What was that? What was that song? What the fuck was his song? Damn. What? Oh, see you. I'm cashing out. I'm cashing out. Gotta
Right.
I'm
That
cashing
that
out.
that.
Cashing
You know
out.
what's so crazy? That shit was bumping when we was locked up.
That was my joint right
Yeah,
there.
that's a fact. That's why I heard it
That
in
was
jail.
my joint right there. Yeah, so Cash Out, whose real name is John Michael Hakeem Gibson, was sentenced to life in prison plus an additional 70 years after being found guilty in the Georgia RICO and sex trafficking trial.
Wow.
Or so, he was pimping, he was trafficking, he was convicted of RICO racketeering, trafficking, pimping, and aggravated sodomy for running a prostitution ring through his record label.
And but
Or
he took it to trial.
took it to trial and didn't beat it. So he got
Mm.
natural life on an additional 70 years. So I don't know, bro. Like, that's nasty work. That is nasty work. Eh,
And
I don't even really know how to Then we got production getting love on the side. Okay, shout out to the production. Somebody production's wifey's in the comment. saying, "Hey, wifey." We gotta shout them out. Thank you for the interaction. We appreciate y'all for pulling up. However, yo, the nigga Cash Out, I thought that was a hit right there. I thought that record was a hit.
That was
That was
definitely a hit. It,
that was
it
my
was a
joint
definitely
right
out.
there.
It was definitely out the park.
So that was kind of like, I think, a case of um let me get to this bag through the music so it could really fund what I'm really trying to do. When I think it should be vice versa. Let me get to the bag where I get to the bag at and use that to fund something legally as opposed to illegally. You feel what I'm
Not
saying?
everybody think like that, bro.
Well, that's very apparent and extremely obvious because damn, like, and it's wild though. Why you think that didn't get as much airtime or recognition? Because it's in Atlanta. It's in Atlanta or in Georgia. Why didn't that get as much recognition as the YSL child or the wife and Lucci and all that? Why you think that? Why you think that didn't get as much airtime as theirs?
Because it's picky and choosy. I guess they figured that wasn't airtimeable.
Yeah,
That's
I
all.
mean that's wild though, bro. You got life plus 70. Like, I'm gonna need y'all to talk about me a little bit. My shit, it's over for me. It's quiet for me. I'm gonna need y'all to, like, you know, I'm gonna need y'all to holler at me, talk about me just a little bit. Just a little bit. Ain't got to be much.
And
I
yo,
want
what's
to talk.
so crazy is I didn't even know that happened until you just said it. Until you just
That's what
told
I'm
me. I didn't know he
saying.
got locked up. I ain't know nothing until you just said it. I'm like, damn. Fuck. So
Crazy.
it's this new news to me.
Yeah, that shit wild, man. I like, I just mm, 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 mm. It's nasty work, man.
Yeah, he
So
gone. They definitely disconnect his lights.
yeah, he's lights out.
I got a
So we
condo
gonna
on
focus.
my wrist, girl. I'm cashing out.
Oh, I'm cashing out. That was my shit too. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna lie. That was dead ass my shit. Or boom. So now that we off that, before we get to music with magic, we gotta talk about one other thing. We gotta send our condolences to the families, the family members and the families and everybody that was affected by this mass shooting in Louisiana. So 8 children from the ages of 1 to 14 was shot dead in Louisiana mass shooting by their father, and he kills his wife as well. Um,
Eh,
from what I heard, reports say, obviously it's domestic. It was a domestic dispute. It was a domestic issue between, obviously, husband and wife. However, all them kids got wiped out, man, due to him just snapping for whatever reason it is. Like, you can't really tell when it's like, damn, why did he do that? Like, why did he snap like that? You can't really actually tell why
right.
somebody snaps the way they do. You know what I'm saying? You could see that they did snap. However, why they did or what was the cause of it is, obviously going
Did,
to be something that's under
did he have
some sort of
history of that though?
investigation.
Did he have history of mental illness?
That's what I'm saying. Like, the investigation of whatever allegations were had or whatever.
Right.
Uh, you know, it's sad. We can't really tell. I'm sure that they'll do some sort of studies and some sort of researches to attempt to figure out why this happened, and you know stories of who he was or his characteristics, I'm sure, will come out and be figured out, in due time, I would hope. However, it's just really, it's a sad thing. It's a sad thing.
Definitely
that
sad. Definitely
happens
nasty
in our
work.
society, man.
Rest in peace to them kids, man. Them kids, they
Yeah, them
deserve that.
babies, they definitely didn't deserve that, man. They was taken way too soon, like way too soon.
Man,
Uh, Matter of fact, I know I said that would be. We just want to send our condolences to all the people, um, all the families involved. Obviously, they obviously shit. It's 8 kids and husband and wife. I would assume they have some sort of a large family or something like that. So everybody that's affected. It was like actually like uh, a public official that was giving the statement, and she was like distraught, and she was like discombobulated. It's like,
I think I seen that. The lady, right?
yeah, yep,
Yeah, I seen that. Facts.
yeah. We just want to attempt to, shine light on certain things, because you got to understand, with the way that life be and the way things are going, like, you gotta cherish every moment you got with loved ones. You gotta you gotta cherish kind of like
Absolutely.
everything, man. You can't really be too impulsive, because once that
Absolutely.
happens, there is no coming back from an impulsive thought or impulsive action. There really isn't no coming back. Like, think about it. Think about what you're doing. Think about the consequences. Think about the outcome before you actually do it. You know what I'm saying? And I
Right.
know that a lot of people say, YNs, they too young, the frontal lobe ain't developed yet, and they don't really know how to think, right? This was a man with 8 kids, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, there
Right.
really isn't no excuse for why you did what you did. There's just not. Like, I'm not jacking this happened and this is nah, because you you killed 8 children and your wife, bruh. There is no excuse. There is no excuse. You know what I'm saying?
It's
There just
crazy.
ain't no excuse for that. So, like I said, send our condolences to them, and
Absolutely.
prayers up to all them and all that. And being that we're giving prayers, we're gonna lighten it up. However, we do have to talk before we get into musical magic. We do have to talk about the Knicks. Prayers for the Knicks too.
Ah,
Okay.
man, yo, listen, man. I don't know what happened the last game, man. We had it, man. These niggas, we let them
Prayers for
come
the
back.
Knicks.
We let them come back and beat us by 2 points, man. But shout out to the Knicks, man.
They beat them by
It's still
1.
by one
Y'all
point.
letting
Fact.
y'all wilding.
That was supposed to be us. We were supposed to bring that home and be
Y'all
two
letting
zip.
Atlanta y'all letting Atlanta steal 1 at home in the Garden?
Like, come on, man. What are we talking about here? Knicks,
Nasty
wake
work.
up. Stop playing.
Nasty work.
It's time to get busy. I need y'all to
Nasty
get
work.
busy. It's time to perform.
See,
You know what I mean?
I'm all about preparation, right? Like, don't start scrambling now because there's a little desperation. No, you should have been prepared for this. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. We all know that. The 5 P's. Come on now.
My boy went B on him. You went B on him? Yeah. My
Gotta
boy
keep it.
pushing B.
Gotta keep it P, baby. Like, come on, man. Y'all wilding. Y'all wilding. The playoffs is off to a good start, I would say. I was surprised to see Houston lose 2, even though they were in LA. I was very surprised to see that. I did not expect that. Even though Durant didn't play game 1, he played game 2 and they still lost. And they don't even have Luca or Austin Reeves.
Mm.
They don't got Luca or AR-15. It shit don't make no sense. LeBron is just horsing at the age he's at 40 plus. He about 40, I think. He 40. Horsing them young niggas, man. Having his way. And
Shout out to
Knicks,
the
bro.
Knicks, though, man. We got this, man. We got this,
Don't
man. Let's
listen.
go.
Niggas is on the ropes right now. Niggas is going to Atlanta 1-1, tied up. Y'all supposed to be going down there 2-0, still at least one in Atlanta, and now all you gotta do is win one more at the crib. That's it. Y'all wildin'.
You know how New York do. We like it difficult. Pause.
Yo, I don't like that. I don't like that. Who does that? Who wants difficultness? Who wants difficulties? Who want? I don't want that.
Man.
I don't
And
want
watch
that.
me, man. You know what I mean? We can't take it without the ahs and oohs. Ah, ooh. You know what I
Yo,
mean?
I know they gotta fight. They fight better with their back against the wall. However, come on, bro. Like, nasty work, man. Nasty work, man. All right, man. So we off that right now. We're gonna go ahead and run your joint. We're gonna go
It's
ahead
my
and run
time
your
already.
joint. Yeah, come on, don't. Here you go. Here you go. Oh, ready? Yeah, yeah, nigga. Already.
Yeah.
It's your time. It's
Been
your
focused on
time.
my comments lately.
Already.
Swear they know me, don't know how to take me. Once you love me, it'd be hard to shake me. A one-on-one, so please don't mistake me. You never find another to replace me. I'm a king, told the dealer ace me. Cash out every time a big profit is hit. A street nigga turning money legit. And it ain't legit. If I ain't topping your list, I guess it's time I start popping my shit. You heard? I'm telling you, man, don't get me to talking my shit. It's over for you, man.
What's up, y'all? We back. Another What's the Word Wednesday. Music with magic. You know what I mean? For the you know what I mean. You know what I mean? First on my list, we got my brother, Humble Hefe. Just dropped a single called Big Dog. Bitch, I'm a big dog. You know what I mean? Go check it out. Good video for y'all. Subscribe, like, it don't cost you nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
With
he
a
did the
push of a
hot.
button.
Yeah, he did the hot seat, and he got the dance. He got the dance for y'all too. Make sure y'all go do that
Facts. You
dance.
know, my boy got the little dance, a little. I
Got
see it.
the
Huh? Huh?
I'm a big
Shout out to my
dog.
bro, Humble Hefe. Word. Good single for y'all to go check out. You know what I mean? Like I said, go subscribe, push the like button, it'll cost you nothing. Second on my list is by my boys, The Locks, featuring Movado and Marlon Asher, called Bunda Ganja. Nice. It's definitely a nice single. You know? Definitely a nice single. Word. Locks is back, baby. You know what I mean? NYC rap is back, baby. You know the vibe. Word. But oh yeah, my brother's single, I give it a 10. You know, I'm biased. I'm giving it a 10 all the way. Good single. The Lock single, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm giving it a good 8.
Mm.
I mean 8.5. Word. Not only did they go stupid, but the beat was crazy. They did over the see, I know music. A lot of people probably don't know, but those that do know, they took the boot camp click beat. The sh,
Mm.
You know what I mean? The sound boy, you have enough reason to worry. Coming
Really?
with my crew,
Ooh.
we about to bury. Yeah, they took that beat.
Okay.
Yeah,
This is why
you know what
you
I
do
mean?
this segment, because you know music.
You
Music
know what
with
I mean?
magic, man.
Word. They took that beat. Word. I remember I used to watch that video on Video Music Box all the time. That's when they was doing the dance. You remember the dance?
Yes, sir. Yes,
But
sir.
third on third on my list is by my boy Red Cafe. He just dropped the album called Once in a Red Moon. I definitely been bumping the album. It's a good album. Go check it out. Definitely a nice album. NYC Bobs, of course. Shout out to my boy Red Cafe. Feel me? I definitely give the album an 8. Good album. You know what I mean? One of those albums again. Let me see who else on my list. I ain't gonna front. This is a nice single right here by my boy Graf. Graf featuring Third World Dawn called Lil Vibe. Definitely a nice little vibe. The joint is a little vibe. Nice single. Shout out to Graf. You know, I gave that a good 7. It's a nice 7 right now. Next on my list is by Benny the Butcher. He just dropped the album called Ashes in the Safe. I haven't heard it yet. But I'm putting y'all on to go subscribe, tune in, see what the album is about. You heard? And
I'm
also, his
gonna
brother
check that out.
Conway the Machines has dropped the album as well called The GOAT. Haven't checked that out, but once again, I'm putting y'all on to gaming, onto new music. So if you haven't heard, now you heard. But baby, yeah, I mean,
Brooklyn,
you did.
Brooklyn.
But
Ah,
that's my list is short and sweet this week. Once again, shout out to everybody I just named. You feel me? Once again, go check out my brother's single, Humble Hefe, Big Dog. Also got a video to it too. We working. You did. But that's this Wednesday's Music with Magic. Back to you, Doug.
appreciate you, good brother. Thank you, good brother. I love the fact that like your consistency with actually bringing music to us to hear because I love music. I'm one that's a music lover. You feel me? And so I always when you give a suggestion, I make sure if I haven't heard it or if I haven't tapped in already, that I do tap into it. So that way, I could kind of be up on it. Sometimes when you send me the list and shit, I'll be like, let me tap in real quick so I can have an idea maybe when we're discussing it. So I'm not, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I'm kind of
Right.
like, excuse me. So I'm kind of like on the same page. You know what I
Like,
mean?
okay, let me see what the bro talking about real quick. Okay. Nah, he on something right here. You know what I mean?
That happened to
Nah,
me.
but
I'll be like,
I
yeah,
definitely
bro,
do be doing my homework. I just don't put up songs and just, I definitely take time out of my day, no matter which day it is. Preferably be a Monday or a Tuesday. And I have my list ready. Sit down,
yeah,
I wake up, just tune in. Whatever I like, I write it down. Whatever I listen to more than 3 times, I write it down.
nice. That's dope. Yo, so boom. All right, so we're gonna move on before we get to the crash out of Keep It P. I gotta say, excuse me, welcome home to Sue Surf, man. This nigga's finally home, bro.
Welcome home. Definitely
He's
welcome home
finally
to the
home,
surf.
bro. He's finally home. So I was listening to his spaces that they do over there on Twitter or X or whatever they call it. X, I think it's called now, not Twitter.
Right.
However, they got the spaces over there, and I was listening to his spaces and things of that nature. And he was talking about, just basically battle rap looked like shit since he been gone,
Absolutely.
and you know what I'm
I, I,
saying. And he was
I think I heard.
making
Well, which interview you talking about? You talking about the one when he was on the phone talking to Murder Mook?
well. No, he was in the spaces. So spaces is if you're for anybody that's unfamiliar with spaces. Spaces is it's kind of like a chat room on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? So he opens the chat. People could come in, they could chime in. He could pull people up. They can have a conversation where it could be heard, or he could just vent. You remember them old chat rooms, like the old telephone chat rooms and shit from
Right,
back in the
right,
day,
right.
type shit. So it's just
Okay,
like just like an upgraded version of that. You feel me?
okay,
However, it's on X, so it reaches a larger scale of people. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So he was on spaces, and everybody that had I would have to say just about everybody that is in tune with the culture as far as battle rappers and league owners and shit like that, they were up there listening to him, go on his rant about how disappointed he is with certain battle rappers for battling anywhere for any amount of money, fraternizing with the fans. He made a lot of very valid points as to why battle rap is in the state that it is in right now. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, if there's an event, he said, first of all, everybody's he said you got top tier big name battlers battling 22 times a year. That's crazy, which I agree. You feel what I'm saying? And then he said
Right,
you got top tier big name battlers battling on leagues that don't even last 90 days. To
right,
after six, boom, they get you over there. They only can afford to pay you $2,000. You take it. Next thing you know, their league is bankrupt and they're no longer around.
right.
Your battle is gone. The footage, and you giving top tier performances on these low tier battle leagues. I like no knock to people that are making a living doing these leagues and these events and shit like that.
Right.
However, you gotta understand what he's saying because this is
Nah,
my thing. I think like say if we were to start a league, right? Say if we start a
right.
Loved Ones Day One league right now, we can't expect to get a big name off the rip. What we would have to do is scout talent and build them up, right? So we
Right.
scout talent, we build them up, make a name for them for the talent that we have there to get them different battles. However, we got to go to different known bigger platform battle leagues and have them kill them killers. You know what I'm saying? To the point
Okay.
where now URL is paying attention. Now Rare Breed is paying attention. Now TBL is paying attention. These top upper echelon leagues are paying attention because you've been grinding from your hometown league. You feel me?
Right.
Then you might, you know, it's not it from what I always saw, the goal was to make it to URL, which is smack and bees. You know, that was kind of like when you make it there, you made it to the big stage.
Right.
We lost that.
You
We
definitely
lost
did.
that. You know
You
what I'm
definitely
saying?
did.
They was trying to shit on smacking them URL like for the last 4 years, maybe. Yeah, since Surf left, like last 4 or 5 years, they've been trying to shit on URL as if they are not the company that they are. And he also made a super duper valid point. He's like, yo, bro, even though I'm the man and I'm the face, and then every battle, every battler that while I was gone was free to wave was the thing to say. Every battle, there was not a battle that I did not watch that at least one of the battlers did not say free to wave before their performance. Every fucking battle, bro, that I've watched, right?
Right.
So he was like, yo, so then they asking him, like, yo, so what you gonna do? Jay Black was asking him, like, yo, so what you gonna do? Like, you know, you gotta tighten this shit up. Like, it's up to you. He like, yo, he was talking to Easy the Black Captain. He was like, yo, to be honest, I hear that, right? However, we gotta be for real. We like battle rap as a culture is a ship. It takes 50 to 60, 70 people to run a ship. Like a, you know, like a marine ship or a cruise. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot
Right.
of people to run that. He's like, look at it like this. Battle rap is a ship and it's not being ran correctly. It ain't gonna take just me. It takes everybody behind the scenes to really get this shit back in perspective and you know, come together as a conglomerate and behind the scenes because we're losing. We're losing, bro. It ain't no really big battles for real. And if they are, they're on a card that is like, why are y'all having that shit over there? It's supposed to be
Nah,
on Summer Madness. It's supposed to
it
be on
definitely
goddamn
it definitely
Known.
makes sense. That's a
You
fact. It
feel me?
definitely
Like
makes sense.
it's supposed to be on these big cards, and then y'all shitting on Smack to the point where y'all can't even come over there and battle no more. So your shit not
A
gonna hit
lot
the
of people
same.
that was the reason why a lot of these battle rappers started doing their own league because they were shitting on Smack. It was like Smack getting us and a whole bunch of shit with the contracts. That's why a lot of them started openly doing their own thing, you know. But a lot,
Right.
it's like you said, a lot of it didn't last, you know. But I did hear the conversation he had on the phone with Mook. I heard that
Yes,
conversation. I also heard the
exactly.
conversation. Yeah,
And
I
that's
also heard the
and that's what he
conversation we
was
talk
saying.
about with
And that's
Easy.
what he was saying. That's what Mook was saying. He was like, yo, he was like, Mook, you took 4 or 5 years off. He said, yo, I did that so I can get money. He's like, what you mean you did that so we can get money? He said, bro, I was handling battle rap as a business. Y'all was just happy to battle rap.
Facts,
And he was like,
facts,
yeah, nah, you right. He's like,
facts,
I was teaching y'all this is how this is the business.
facts.
That's where it got fucked up at because it's a business. It wasn't being ran as a business. Niggas was just happy to be battle rapping, which was
True,
true. And Surf even admitted he was like, nah, yeah, you right. It's true. That's
it's
true. You know
true.
what I'm saying?
But
Like,
surf makes sense too on what you said. It takes all of them, like he was telling Mook, and he was telling Easy. He said it takes all of them. Everybody got to come together. He's like, take a group hug. You don't just it take all of them to step in the room, get their differences out, and bring battle rap to where it should be and where it once was again. All right. This battle rap right now is lost. You know, it's lost.
Yeah.
And it's like he said, it's real. It's like too much of y'all chilling with the fans. The money is not in it no more because the fans is wide open. The fans is not hyped to see y'all like that because y'all out is a lot of shit he was saying was making sense.
That ass.
You know what I mean? For
So
real.
hopefully,
But me personally, like he said, all of them got to come together again and bring it back to URL, bro. You
yeah,
know, and let's get these battles back going again.
yeah,
Facts. You know what I'm saying? Well,
yeah,
but you know, everybody want the money now. It's about the money now with a lot of these artists and they ain't even nice like that.
yeah.
You know what I'm
The
saying?
shit, hopefully they'll get that back in order and get that situated because
That
then they
shit all
talk
over the
about
place.
a Mook versus Surf.
They was talking about it. Mook and Surf was on the phone talking about it, saying it's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
I'll pay for that.
Mook asked him, do you need a warm up before me and you get in the ring? Or it's just me and you gonna get in the ring? Huh? Cause this one right here gonna bring battle rap back.
I'll pay for
You know
that.
what I mean?
I'll pay for
Who
that.
who who you going for?
Um, I can't. All right. Being that you asked me who I'm going for, I'm gonna give you an answer. I'm gonna give you an answer. However, before I do that, I'm gonna give you an explanation. Okay. Now, it's the cliche thing of saying we all win. The culture wins when they two battle. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The culture wins. Now, Mook is he's a different level. He's a different breed, yo. He like his you a lot of his shit is going over niggas' heads.
Surf
A
too.
lot of, yeah, yeah. I like Surf. All right, so boom. I ain't even gonna get into no whole drawn out shit. I'm gonna just say that Mook, his elevation is different, and I appreciate his elevation, his wordplay, and all that. However, I would pick Surf simply because Surf is a fucking dog, bro. Like
Uh,
he
uh,
like
hey, yo,
he is like,
I ain't
bro,
gonna hold you.
like
I ain't gonna hold you. I can't pick, so I'm gonna stay on the sideline.
God, yo, nah, cause you know the wildest shit. If I would
I
have
can't
said that,
pick.
you'd have. If I would
Hey,
have
yo,
said that,
they
you'd have been like,
they
nah, you
they
gotta pick. That's
they
crazy.
they
If
they
and
both
that's why I
they
thought
both
you was gonna
they
say
both in my
that's
bag.
yeah,
They both
that's
in
why I
my
thought
bag.
you was gonna say if I said I can't choose, and then I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna choose, and then you hit me with that.
I had to try my hand. You went with it. You know what I mean? I had to try my hand. You started going. I said, fuck it. Give me who you pick. Me personally,
Yeah,
I can't pick because both of them in my bag. So I gotta
yeah.
stay on the sideline and just, when this do happen, when we do get it, because I'm gonna tune in. I'm gonna pay-per-view
I'm
it out, watch it right
listen.
here and go crazy.
I'm paying for that.
And
We throwing a battle rappers back party when they drop that, bro. That
and
ass. I'm pulling up
yeah,
with chips and salsa, nigga.
but
I'm pulling up, nigga. Fuck
word, and
that.
you know what I'm saying? I can't pick, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. They both in my bag, and this is gonna be a good one, bro. This is what the culture was waiting for, and at the same time, this would bring battle rap back, where it need to be. I'm saying, because one thing about them two, they businessmen, Surf and
Yeah.
Mook. So I mean, word
It's different now. It's on a different scale now. It's different now. It's different now. Or all right, so welcome home, Surf.
for sure.
Welcome back, battle rap, because it's on its way. I have to
I'm
say
I'm I'm
that.
I'm surprised he had the conversation with Easy, but when I heard the conversation, I respected it because boy ain't come home on no rah-rah shit. He had a grown man conversation with Easy. At the same time, he was putting him in his place. And he told Easy, you got to get in the ring with me too. And I'm going to run through you, boy. This is going to be an easy one, but I ain't going to hold you. When him and Easy go at it, it ain't going to be easy. You know why I say
He
that?
gonna he gonna smoke that
Because
nigga.
Easy gonna be ready, bro. This is what he wanted. This is what he
See,
wanted. Even
listen,
though
this is the crazy shit. You listen to the conversation, so you know exactly. Yeah, he said, "Listen, I need you to be ready. Don't be prepared, because being prepared
facts,
means, yeah, being
but
prepared means,
Surf
yeah.
gonna run through it, boy. You know
I don't
once
know.
Surf get to talking about the Remy Ma and the
I don't know.
oh my gosh.
I got surf. I got surf. I'll give a gentleman's 30. A gentleman's 30. What I mean by a gentleman's 30 is not like a clear cut, smoke them, sweep them. However, a
Nah,
gentleman's 30,
he ain't gonna get a 30.
like at least a debatable round here and there. That's a
He ain't
gentleman's
gonna
30. When I say a gentleman's 30, I mean this. It's a round or two that's debatable, could go either way. However, surf is surf, so you pick
nah,
surf.
I ain't gonna
That's what
hold
I
you.
mean by a gentleman's 30.
Easy getting one round. And that one round that Easy gonna get, and Easy know too. Easy coming in there with, I know it's Surf, I know he gonna get me, but Easy gonna come with a good one rounder, bro. And that one round gonna shake the room. I'm telling you.
That's gonna be
It's gonna be
that's
2-1. That right there, see that right there, I could pick. That right there, I got Surf 2-1. But Easy gonna get one. And he gonna shake
that's
the room with that one.
that's why I said that's the debatable round. So that'll make it a gentleman's 30 for me, because I'm going surf anyway. Like,
Yeah.
you feel me? That's why I said a gentleman's 30. Yes, he can have a round. He'll get a round, maybe. However, even if he slighted the round, I'm not giving him that slight, just because the story. I'm just not. I'm just
I
not.
ain't biased, son.
I'm just
I ain't
not.
saying maybe to that. He gonna get it. That's easy.
Well,
And you know how I know he gonna get it? Because
a
even when
clear
they
one.
was talking, because even though when they was talking, if you heard the conversation,
Mhm.
Surf was giving him his props, bro. Like
Yeah, he
everything
was.
I seen you do, I knew you
Mhm,
was gonna do. So where
mhm,
you at? I'm happy for you. So Surf
mhm.
know he gonna get one.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But what I really want to see is Tay Rock and Easy. That's who I really want to see. Tay Rock and Easy. Tay Rock,
See,
that's gonna be a good one.
I don't know if you heard that part when he said, "Yo, listen, you already know when I first came to gun titles, I said to this is what Easy said. He said, when I first came to gun titles, I said to y'all, I respect y'all, I'm down with y'all, fuck with y'all. However, I want to battle all y'all niggas." He said it.
Right,
He said it.
right.
So, and Surf was like, "Yeah, yeah, nah, yeah, you said it, yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Cool, calm, and collective voice and shit. He said that. He said it. So, yeah, I look forward to it. Welcome back, Battle Rap. We love you. The culture is back. Surf is back. So, look forward to that. So we're gonna get into this crash out of Keep It P, man. Ain't nothing too crazy, nothing too out of control. We're gonna get into it. Yeah, I feel like I'm slapping shit. I feel like I'm slapping shit today. I ain't even keep it a P. I'm gonna keep it all the way P. However, slapping shit today. That eyes. Yo, so this week's crash out or keep it P. It ain't too crazy. Like I said, it ain't too out of control. Ain't too you know, too vulgar, none of that. It's just, gotta get an understanding here. Gotta get an understanding, right? Um, it has to do with rage baiting to me this week, right? So when a person does this is certain things, this is some shit that I just don't like. I'm telling you off the rip. I'm in crash out mode. I don't really, and I haven't, and I don't plan on crashing out. However, it's just because I'm above it at this point. You feel what I'm saying? I just want to bring it to some sort of, uh get some understanding. You know how the old ones used to say, let's get some understanding here, young man. Let's get some understanding. You know what I'm saying? So it aligns with rage baiting, right? when a person does or says something strictly attempting to get a reaction, right? I'm a person, yo, bro. It's gonna take a lot from you to get something like that from me, because salute to my cuz friends. He already know the vibes, man. I'm in the business of fucking heads up. You're never gonna mind game Jedi mind trick me. You're just never gonna do it. It's never gonna happen.
Facts,
Like
especially a
I
cancer like me.
yeah, I understand too much. You feel me? Like I get too much. I understand too much, right? So there's a situation, like I said, I tell you all the time, whether the situation has to do with me or it doesn't have to do with me. I tell y'all all the time every week. Um I can relate to this situation. It's not necessarily my situation. However, I definitely relate to this situation, and I just don't like it. I don't like it, right? So when a person says or does something solely to get some sort of reaction out of you, and then turn around and be like, I didn't really mean it that way, or you took it the wrong way. I don't like that, because it's like you say things in the moment, right? So the situation was somebody does a lot for a lot of people. You feel me? And when they do so much for a lot of people, um, some people might get jealous from it. Some people might not like that you do so much for so many people. I don't know if it's they want all of you for themselves, and I don't know what. I can't really speak for other people. I can think for other people, because let me tell you, sometimes I think for other people better than they think for themselves. However, I can't speak for other people. So when the conversation was being had, it's like, yo, um, I do so much for so many people, and then there's always this one person that's like, that might not like that I do so much for so many people and just want it all for themselves. And I'm like, yo, you know, sometimes you gotta let people like that go. Like, you got to get rid of people like that, because it's not necessarily pocket watching. However, it's a form of you counting favors that I do for other people because you want more favors, or you want me to do more for you, that you know what I'm saying? Like, you want more
Right.
from me than I'm get like, this why I said, like, this is not my situation. However, I relate very much, because there's a lot of people that count on me. Speaking into me in the eye, it's a lot of people that count on me. So I get it. And for them, it's like, yo, I don't understand why this person would say what they said, knowing that I do so much for them. Oh, they compare to what I do for other people. So I told him, like, yo, this is like, it's like you rage baiting. Don't be telling me what to fucking do for other people. Don't be telling me how to conduct or handle myself with other individuals that I might want to do things for, or do things for, and things of that nature. That's not your call. You don't get to make those calls. You don't call those shots. Like, this is the thing with people. They don't understand. You don't get to dictate how I maneuver and move, how I do me. You don't get
Right.
to do that. What makes you think that you have the right to tell me how to do me? I've been doing me for going on 44. You
Facts.
feel me? I had to figure this shit out, how to do me. What makes you think that you get to tell me how to do me? You've been here for a short time. Oh, wow. So, oh, I know you. I figured you out. No, bruh. You know of me. You don't know me. It's a difference.
Absolutely.
You
It's a
feel what I'm
big
saying?
difference.
Huge difference. So with the conversation, it's like, yo, I'm kind of like they was on the verge of crashing out, and I'm like, damn, I had to hold my composure because I'm like, damn, like I feel you on this because I relate so heavily to this subject, to the topic. So, however, ultimately, my thing was just keep it all the way player. Like you got to keep it P. You got to know that you conduct and you move pieces the way you move pieces on who needs to be where in your life. If they're no longer an asset to your mental, your let's just stick with mental. You feel me? Because that's the hugest thing right now. If they are taking away from that, if they're not pouring into you mentally, if they're not an asset to you mentally, get rid of them. Get them out of here, man. It don't make no sense to keep them around. And don't feel bad. Don't feel bad when you have to cut them off. Because ultimately, you're doing what you have to do for you. Because nobody's going to do what they do for you better than you can do for you, especially if you know who you are and you've learned yourself and you've figured yourself out, especially if that's the case. You feel what I'm saying? It's
I don't
just
even like people like that. People like that, I don't even want around me. Especially when you fucking tell me not to do what to do for people. Who the fuck is you?
yeah, I don't like that either. So that's why I said it comes down to kind of like rage baiting, right? Like you're attempting to like alter like my perception of things and get me off my ding, get me off my square by saying what you're saying. Ultimately, I don't owe you shit. Ultimately, the person that you're telling me all these things, I don't like. Did I
who was you to tell
authorize
me?
you?
Who was you to tell me who I'm supposed to do shit for? I only got to do shit for you. Be happy I'm doing something for you. Fuck out of here.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So ultimately, with this crash out of Keep It P, ultimately, it's like I be in crash out mode when it comes to this shit, like mentally crash out mode. However, I know that I just gotta keep it P and be like, yeah, nah, I'm Gucci.
Nah, man. Don't watch my pockets because I ain't watching yours. And I ain't the type to tell people what to do for other people. That ain't my business. I don't give a fuck. I mean, or so don't tell me what to do for people. I'm doing shit for you. Fuck out of here.
Nah, for sure.
Keep your mouth shut.
So, if anything I didn't learn from this crash out of Keep It P segment, listen, man. Even if you mentally want to crash out, just physically keep it P. Do not let nobody tell you how to maneuver your life, how to move the pieces in your life, and let them know that they're a piece that can be removed from the board. G shit.
Right.
So, just a little something for y'all, man. Magic, I love you, bro. Appreciate
Love
you.
you, boy. You know the vibe.
feel
Another
me?
What's the Word Wednesday. We here. You know the deal. We back.
Another
See you next Wednesday. Shit
You
like
know
that.
how we do. You feel me?
You
Thank y'all
dig?
for tuning in, man. Next week we'll be back, man.
Big dog.
Appreciate
Shout out to
y'all.
my brother Humble. Next Wednesday, you heard?
We out.
Fuck a hater in this whole clique. Make threats, never do shit. No, I keep a full clip. I'm high like a spaceship. White diamonds, I ain't racist. I done mastered all the basics. Run it up, time my lessons. Pop a bottle, she want taste it.